Hi all, in this video we are going to understand why and when to use after events in the triggers. So we have all heard that whenever we have to work on the related record, that's where we use after triggers. What do I mean by the related record? Is that when an account is inserted, I want to insert the contact. So once the account is created, I want the related record to get also created. So this is what the related object means. So in such cases, we have to use after. But exactly why, right? So let's understand it with the same example that we will take the same example that when an account is inserted, contact should also get inserted. So we are going to continue with the same example. So what I'm going to do is for this scenario I'm going to use after inserts, but let's understand diagrammatically why am I using after insert. So this is an account record, this is a contact record, right? This account record, once it inserts inside the Salesforce, then I have to go ahead and create a contact. So if I read it out in a simple text, my whenever my account record is inserted successfully in Salesforce, after that, only after the account is successfully inserted inside the Salesforce, after that go ahead and create the contact. So the statement itself says that after the successful creation of account, only then go ahead and create the contact. In case if there is any failure of creation of the account, don't go ahead and create the contact because the record is not inserted, the account record is not inserted. So this statement simply says that after my account, the account record that I wanted to insert is after it is inserted successfully, only then go ahead and create the contact. It is similar to that of the real world example. Let's say G is the groceries, F is food, and this is home. And the statement is that when I'll have groceries, I'll create food or I'll make food. Similar to when I have account, then I'll create a contact. So when I have groceries, then I'll create food. So unless and until this groceries does not comes into your home, you won't be able to make food. So in successful creation of your food, you need groceries. So only after you have that groceries, then you can go ahead and create the food as well. So here groceries are similar to that of the account, food is similar to that of the contact, and home is similar to that of the Salesforce. So this is why we use afters, because the creation of the second object, that is a related object, depends upon the successful creation of the previous object, and only after it is successfully inserted, after the statement itself is after, only then you can go ahead and create the contact. So that's the reason why we use after insert, because this triggering object, the successful creation of this trigger object will define the next object that will create. Okay, so let's write out the trigger. First of all, to make sure whether our trigger works in only after context, we can use context variable, that is trigger dot is after. What context variable are? I have created a video on the same. I'll provide the link in the description. Now let's system.debug the trigger.new value of the same. So trigger.new is nothing but a context variable with the help of which you can get the recent value of the variable. I did the same for the before inserts as well in the previous video. I'll provide the link of the same as well in my videos in my description. So I'll just clear this out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create the contact, right? When I'm going to create the contact, let's see what values are usually written inside trigger.new, right? So let's go and create a contact. So this is what, let's say ktest I'm putting. Okay, so I'm going to put ktest as the name, and then I'm going to just click on save. Now as soon as I click on save, let's see what are we getting inside debug. So the biggest debug is 10.68 kb, which is going to have the maximum amount of value. So the trigger.new is generated. Let's copy and let's paste it over here. So now you can see trigger.new has all the values, but the most important thing is we have ID as well. The 18-digit ID, only we get this ID once the record is inserted. This means the trigger.new is returning the account which is inserted. After the record is inserted, I'm getting the access of this account. Okay, using the trigger.new in after context. So this means the record that are inserted, I'm getting the access of it using trigger.new. Now once account is successfully inserted, what I want to next do is I want to create the contact as well. So what I'm going to do is, we all know the trigger.new returns the data in the form of list. It does not returns the value, only one value, but it returns the list of the value. Okay, so that's the reason why we loop over it. Okay, now you're looping over the current account that is inserted after that record is inserted. Now what you want to do is you want to create the contact as well. So first I'm going to create an instance of the contact, and then I'm going to populate the values. So last name is a required field in the contact. If you're going to create a contact, you must have the last name. So I'm going to take the same name of the account and populate inside the last name. Now to make this contact in the related list of the account, I'm going to populate the contact account ID with acc.id. So what it's going to do is whatever the parent account, the parent of this contact will get populated with the current account that is successfully inserted. Now once everything is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of contact. Let's name it as con list equals to new list of contact. I'm going to copy paste this con list and add the contact inside it. Now once the contact is successfully inserted, I'm going to just insert the con list. So what I did was I took the list of the contact, okay, and I just added the current contact that I wanted to insert inside it. Okay, and once that is done, I'm just inserting the contact. So let's test it out whether we are able to create the contact successfully or not after the account creation. So let's name it as QTYUIO. Okay, so this is the name of the account. Let's click on save, and as soon as I click on save, a contact in the related list with the same name will also get created. So this is how you can use after triggers, and this is why you use after triggers in Salesforce. If you found this video helpful, I request you to please like this video and subscribe to my channel.